What's up, YouTube? It's Too Many Choices. Got some information that came out just recently. Apparently, John Crump went live and has stated that JSD Supply has been served with a cease and desist over their selling of Polymer 80 frames. Now, that doesn't mean that Polymer 80s are illegal, but ever since that rule change went through with Biden on TV, talking about all of this ghost gun crap, they are aggressively trying to now start enforcing that rule change against all FFLs, is my opinion. So basically, since JSD has an FFL and they were selling Polymer 80 frames as well as selling the other parts to complete the frames, even though they weren't selling them as a kit any longer, you couldn't purchase the lower barrel and all accompanying parts to finish it in one piece. Because they were still selling them all on the website, the AFT has decided that that is still selling a completed firearm without a background check, 4473, etc., etc. So basically, JSD Supply's website is shut down at the moment. At least last time I looked at it, they are not selling anything. We will see what happens with this cease and desist order, but I don't think they have this authority. Basically, by them selling the frame separate from the other parts, that is no longer a completed firearm, and you don't know if that's all going to be bought at once, if it's going to be used to complete a firearm that somebody already has. Maybe they're going to be upgrading parts. You never know. Maybe they have a broken part, whatever it could be. So I think the AFT would lose this fight in the end, but they are going to flex on any and all FFLs that are selling frames, incomplete Polymer 80s, as well as the parts that are needed to finish the frame. So as I looked on the websites around, people are still selling Polymer 80s, but I'm not sure if those are companies that have FFLs or if they're just selling parts. So it gets complicated. We'll see what happens in the end, but as of now, if you have an FFL license and you are selling Polymer 80 lowers as well as the parts needed to finish it, the AFT is probably going to serve them also with a cease and desist order. We will see how that all turns out in the courts, but they are going to flex on them, and the FFLs will have to comply or they will be in violation and immediately lose their license. So, in my opinion, if you want to get a Polymer 80, you might want to try to get one now if there's a company that you like and you want to get one from them, because I'm not sure which companies have FFLs, which ones don't, but I think that every company that has an FFL that is selling lowers and uppers separately, as well as the parts to finish it, they are going to be getting those same cease and desist orders. So it is what it is. If you can, I want to email Jordan and let him know that, or JSD Supply, and let them know that we stand with them and that they're doing nothing wrong and that this is clearly a violation. But again, as it sits, if they have an FFL, the AFT is probably going to end up serving them with a cease and desist order over selling Polymer 80 frames. But I've still seen at least 3 websites that have a decent amount of the frames and that are still shipping and selling them now. And again, if you purchase one, I don't think you're going to be in any trouble or any kind of violation, because they can't go after you without giving that company a cease and desist order first. And as soon as that cease and desist order comes out, then they will have to stop shipping and selling anything that's in their inventory. So everybody, keep your heads up, keep your nose clean. And I hate to be one of those guys that are like, oh, the sky is falling, because I don't really think that they have this authority again. But if you want a Polymer 80 frame of a certain type from a certain company, you may want to try to pick it up sooner rather than later, and the prices are going to jump again, is my opinion. So you guys, keep your nose clean, keep being freedom-loving people out there, and do what you can to support. Deuce.